6 Canada TV asks, can you talk about that Masemune versus Chris match, please? Well, 6 Canada TV, today is your lucky day. Honestly, there's probably a standard 2 different opinions that people have in this battle. They either love it or they hate it, and I'm one of the people who absolutely despise it. A lot of people pointed out that I missed this battle on my top 10 list, and I do agree, this battle definitely should have and could have made that top 10 list, but I definitely have reasons for excluding it. The main reason I excluded it from the list is just because it didn't come to mind, but after looking back, I feel like it definitely could have made the list, but there are reasons that I didn't like this battle. For one, Chris sneak attacks all his opponents, except for one which he faced on the bridge, which I admit was pretty cool to see, but the rest he literally just sneaked attacked and joined into their battle. I mean, it really wouldn't have made a difference, maybe the Toby vs Zio, but I seriously doubt that. But I think it just was unfair the way he fought the battles. Not only that, but both Masemune and Chris didn't really have any serious competition. I mean, you have Toby and Zio after the arrangement, and you have Bao, a mid-class blader. You have Masemune going up to avenge Toby and Zio, and he introduces himself to Chris before the battle, but Chris doesn't even want to talk, he just wants to get straight to battle. Now, in my opinion, that's pretty rude. And I feel like Masemune was going to be a good sport, but Chris just showed no mercy and was kind of a douche about it. Next up, we have the battle itself. During the battle, Chris reveals his backstory and is like, I understood the importance of a performance tip, which was before he even had his transformation, and his main 4D feature is literally the performance tip. So Orion already had the performance tip BD, so I think him receiving the star fragment and transforming, quote unquote, wasn't really necessary in battle, and they could have still had sales from the toy. I think that he could have switched roles with Masemune and could have been a key player to defeating Nemesis. Chris, to me, he could have been more like a Jigsaw character instead of having a major role as a legendary blader, because they're kind of similar. They're both pretty self-absorbed. You have Jigsaw, who deems every opponent he faces insignificant, and then you have Chris, when they're like, please help us save the world, he's like, is money involved? And they're like, no, so he just doesn't help. Now, the battle itself is entertaining, but I just really didn't enjoy the outcome. I feel like Masemune definitely deserved to be a legendary blader, and I really wanted him to my first time watching. But as you see Chris appear from literally out of nowhere, it starts to become more and more apparent that he's going to be the next legendary blader and not Masemune. Which sucks because Masemune had to endure a lot. You know, he traveled across the world for his friends to become number 1. He took a lot of L's during the World Championships, but honestly, if you look back, that was dedicated to Tsubasa's Dark Saga and also dedicated to Jenga. Everybody around him was getting Star Fragment evolutions, and he just had to get an evolution from the shop. I feel like him becoming a legendary blader and receiving a 3rd evolution would put him up there with the top tier 4-season bladers. Seeming how both Jenga and Ryuga also have 3 different evolutions of their bait in the series, and he will be on his 3rd as well. And the worst part is, after the Masemune battle, Chris didn't really gain any significant solo one-on-one wins. And this was really the end of Masemune's solo blading career, at least in the show, because he didn't really have any solo wins after that either. And it's kind of disappointing because all that time wasted with them trying to get Chris to be on their side, they could have had plenty of amazing battles with Masemune's Evolved Striker. This was the episode that also made me gain a lot of respect for King as a character because he had Masemune's back after he lost to Chris. And you could see his desire for Masemune to become a legendary blader was just as strong as his own. But all in all, the battle itself is really entertaining. Once again, I don't have anything against the battle, it's more so the outcome and the person who got the star fragment over Masemune, which really bugs me a lot. He was a character that came out of nowhere, which actually happens a lot during the 3rd season, but I really feel like Masemune definitely deserved the star fragment. He worked super hard, and during the battle, Chris says if he loses the battle, he won't be able to survive in this world, which I guess is supposed to be like his main motivation for winning the battle, but Masemune literally wants to get the star fragment and save the world, so I'm not sure why they included that. During the battle, it shows Chris's training journey, which I do expect, but it just shows how he said he relies on the performance tip, which he has the overpowered bearing drive, and it can spin in any weather and condition. I do feel like they could have kept Chris a part of the plot, but not have him a legendary blader. I feel like he could have been like a Jigsaw blader that shows up and has this super cool bay, but isn't a legendary blader. But that will be all for the video. remember, this is all just my opinion. Honestly, I just don't like Chris as a character. I feel like his Beyblade and his special move are really awesome, but if they would have executed his plot better and put a little more thought into it, then I feel like I definitely would like him more. But the fact that he just came out of nowhere and stole Masamune's shine just to leave really bugged me my first time watching it, and it still bugs me to this day. But thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Please leave a comment on your opinion on this and leave any suggestions that you'd like to see in videos. Like, subscribe, and share.